Hello, bicycles. My name is Hotsy and welcome back to Factorio. We are back on Nauvis, back from Fulgura, where we crafted these beauties. And today we will make use of them because in here we can produce all the processing units, circuits, and so on. And the good thing here is this one has 50% productivity bonus, as well as some more module slots. So 50% bonus means that with a third less input materials we get the same output. And I have calculated this for the green circuits, where we basically need 5 each for wires and for the circuits, and that should give us a full red belt output. I think with this setup we don't have an entire red belt. We have what seems a full yellow belt, that's probably because we are backlogging there a bit. So what we will do is we'll disable that and this, because this setup will be pretty simple. So we will have one plant here for the wires. We will need a red belt for the input. We will put that in. We will put it out. We will put it out into a chest. And here we will have green circuits. We'll put that out of a chest, and we will basically have this setup going that way. And then here, output wise, we need something like this. We only need five machines here, and we can have it that way. That's we also want to have this here, and then this goes along like that. And here, there, we don't need that. Can connect here and then bring this over there. That should be all the input. And what we should consider here is that here on the middle one, let's bring this over like that. Here we have to make sure that we bring these three onto one red belt. We want to make sure that we have the proper power setup here, like so. Maybe a few lamps And then basically we can have this going in here. And then this we will have is going like that. Red belt like so. Power. Bring that up to here. And for now, just like that, because we want to use up all the materials that we have so far set up. And see, oh, here we of course also need inserters, and that should give us one red belt of green circuits. So let's run this dry, then we can remove it, and we can move on to doing the same thing for red circuits. Looking at the recipe for advanced circuits with an output of 31 red belt, which is more than one factory currently can produce, we get this set up. So we need 2 red belts of copper, and this turns into 4 that's 4 blue belts of copper wire, and then we have 1 blue belt for green circuits, 1 blue belt for the plastics. And I think for this part we can basically reuse the same setup we had before. It gives us this, well, we need 2 machines more, but we can do that easily, and then we have basically 7 more that produces the copper wires for the advanced circuits. And I think we will, for now, do this in an empty slot and just copy the layout for stations that we have in one of these stations, because that seems to work nicely. With the basic setup out of the way, all that we have to worry about is this last step, which are 60 electromagnetic plants, and if we align those in double rows, each row are 10 machines, then we end up with 3 double rows, which means we need to split these 2 into 3, and then the same thing here. Here for plastics and for the green circuits, we can have them on a shared green belt, and that should then fit in nicely in this area here. Let's make a bit of room, and we will add them going upwards, and the output will be on the outside and the input on the inside. So if you have trouble picturing this, then let's hop in the future and I can show you how it looks. All that we are missing here is the copper plates, and with this factory producing, we should get 30 advanced circuits per second, and with the previous setup where we had 2 factories, one up here and another down here, if they produced full speed, they produced 20 circuits per second. So with one factory, we already are a third over the production that we had previously. That's why for now I basically disabled here the input. Probably should do the same thing for all stations, just setting the train limit down to 0, and then hopefully everything runs out and we can recycle this space and build something else in here. And something else might actually be the setup for the blue ones, the advanced circuits. So if we have a look here, right, let's try for a yellow belt, because I have a feeling we will not be able to have that much production going on. And if we have a look here, this is quite a number of factories. Let's try reduce it to 10, and then we see this is more reasonable numbers, because we have to look at the input. And here I'll see that's below 100. 90 would be 3 red belts, 120 is 4 red belts, so 4 red belts of copper, same for iron, and we need most for the green circuits. So here we will definitely reuse the setup that we had already going, and then the rest will be consumed for the advanced circuits, and then going into a few plans for the blue ones. But I think first we have to see how this comes up and runs before we can tackle that one. This is the beginning of our advanced circuits setup. Down here we have 26 factories, power plants, electromagnetic plants for the green ones, and then we need a few wires more here on the side for the advanced circuits, and there we need 27. We squeezed in 26 in a row, so hopefully we can get 27 squeezed in here. That's 20, and we can actually move that a bit further over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, we can have this on 2 sides. So that means we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for the advanced ones. Then we can just double this up on the other side. Output, we get 13 in total. So 13 fits on a yellow belt, a full yellow belt. And that means we can actually have output here going to one side that should fit almost one yellow belt. And we will have this going that way. And then, because these cannot grab that much items, so if we grab them from the far side of the belt, double belt, let's have twice the number, and then we squeeze in quite a bit of inserters, and then here on the outside we just need a bit of output, and then here we don't need that part, we can save on that. But this needs to be hooked up. Then let's just copy this and mirror this over. Is this properly aligned? Let's have a closer look. Yes. And of course we want to have this belt going this direction. And then we can bring this up here, and that's one full belt. I think here in the middle we only need power poles on one side, but we need them on the other side as well. And then we need a few more for the blue circuits, but that should be easy going if we once again have this going in 2 sides. We can fit what is this, 17 on each side, and have a nice setup, hopefully. With this setup running full, we're not quite there yet, but if we produce the 10 advanced processing units per second, that's 2.5 times the output we got from 1, 2, 3 factories that we had so far. And just looking at this, we even have a bit more space, and I tried to design all these factories in a way so that we can add productivity beacon in here and speed beacons on the outside. so we get the optimal output, can even produce more. Maybe the output belt needs then to be upgraded, but that's a small price to pay, I think. And all that's left now is basically decommission these 3 old factories, because we don't want them to consume material that are better put into here, where we can produce even more for less input. Alright then, that's it for today, and I think with these upgrades under the belt, we can think about where to go next in the next episode. Until then, goodbye!